Hey guys, it is Tuesday night, and that means Mistress Business is live. You all know me, Mistress Kandi, right next to me. I think. Wait, that way. I don't know. Anyway, right next to me, Mistress Lisa. Love you, girl. Thanks for being
Hey, love
here.
you too, Mistress Chloe.
Before we bring in our powerful and attractive guest, I do need to say a few words, and I'm going to be saying this for the last time, guys, so pay close attention. In 2 days, Lisa and I will be flying to Nashville, Tennessee. The Rockin' Pod Expo is coming up this weekend. We are so excited.
Woo!
If you have not purchased your tickets yet, what the hell y'all waiting for? Go to rockinpod.com and purchase your general admission or early admission tickets. I think VIPs are pretty much sold out, but hey, that's cool because we got you covered. We're going to give you a 20% discount on your ticket. If you look on the bottom of your screen there, we have a promo code. So when you go check out and buy your tickets, enter that promo code, Mistress Business. 20% off your ticket on us. How cool is that?
How cool is that?
So with that being said, obviously we're in Rockin' Pod mode, and we have a very special, powerful, and attractive guest tonight who will also be at Rockin' Pod. Woo! You know him as the Dream Chaser, Mr. Motnik from Accept. Welcome back, my friend.
Hey,
thanks for having me.
Welcome,
I wasn't sure if
I'm
visible yet or not, so I was a little apprehensive of making faces or not. But
no,
good to be back. Good to see you.
Got the memo this time with the glasses. That's so cool. And I think I got the memo too. Check that out. Woo!
I love it.
There you go.
All right.
It looks great on you.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Well, thank you for your support. That was really amazing.
I mean that wouldn't. We got to thank my mom on that one because this was a Christmas present. So she.
That's right. She told me that.
And also, before we continue, Mom, I know you're watching. We want to thank my mom for actually sponsoring the show, Martin. It is because of her that this Rockin' Pod trip is a reality. So thank you to our sponsor, my mom. Thank you so much. Woo!
Thank you. All right.
So yeah, Rockin' Pod. I mean, this is not your first Rockin' Pod. Actually, it was a kind of a funny story as to the last time you were there. So, I mean, you had your boy Christopher with you, and nobody recognized you because you cut your hair. I mean, Ron didn't know you. I didn't know you at the time until Jay messaged me and be like, "That's Martin Motnik." I'm like, dude, that's not fair.
But first of all, I didn't cut it. Someone else cut it.
Well, no
for me. Yeah.
Okay.
So otherwise it would look way worse. But yeah, so that was cool because it was my first Rockin' Pod. I was honored to be invited at all. Yeah. And then Christopher, because he knows everybody with his loving personality, was invited to a bunch of interviews with you as well. And he kind of told me, just come along, just meet the people. And so I just kind of like tagged along and just had a good time. And that's how I got to meet you all guys. And so it was awesome. That's how I got to meet you, got to meet Ron, and
well, I didn't expect. I met you after the fact. See, I was hanging out with Jay that night, and
right.
I think that was the comedy show that night.
The next day, yeah, the kids comedy show.
Yeah, and he's like Martin Motnik's here. I'm like, really? Oh, you have to introduce me after the show. You were sitting like 2 rows behind me, I think. Well, he tried to introduce me, but you were flirting with this girl, and I'm like, oh no, I shouldn't interrupt him. And then you walked in. So and then we hit it off.
Can you blame me? Can you blame a man?
No, not at all, my friend. But we're so excited to have you back this year. I mean, we're excited because we're actually registered this year, and that was a fluke interview that I got with Christopher. So that was really cool, and you know how it blossomed into a friendship. But then I got to know you, and then Phil and Mark and everybody. But this year will be very different because you're actually registered as the guest. You're the one that's going to be doing the interviews. What are you excited most about this year, though?
Well, first off, I'm going to take these off. I'm sorry to break the dress code. I want to be able to see you. And
that's cool. That's cool.
There you go.
No worries.
I'm just I noticed it's got to be. First of all, it's a big event because it's been postponed a few times because of that virus that was going around. Don't know if you guys heard about it.
Yep.
And so it's finally happening again. So we're all very, very happy that we have the chance to get together. And so I'm very excited to just be a part of it and just see a bunch of people. So I'm just going into it with kind of like an open mind and just I know that I'm gonna have a table, so I'm gonna have a bunch of stuff that I'm gonna bring. So, for instance, like, of course, my album,
Oh, sweet.
and
Very
then
cool.
which also in CD. If somebody still listens to CDs, I'm gonna have my first album just came back out. I'm gonna
There
have
you
some
go.
of those.
Now, you mentioned the last time we spoke, Martin, you mentioned that your first album, Bass Invader, is that going to end up on vinyl at some point?
You'll get a pick.
Oh, sweet. Love those.
So the album is currently in production on vinyl. Bass Invader will be available on vinyl. We are not going to have it ready for Rock and Pod, unfortunately. Gotcha. Vinyl is having a big comeback, as you all know.
Mm-hmm. I love it.
Which is amazing.
I love it.
I love it too. But yes, that's why the companies are all up to their eyeballs in orders, and so it's going to be probably, I don't know, a couple of months or so, but it will be available. It would have been great if we would have had them for this, but they are coming. I'm taking pre-orders. I'm probably also going to take orders for custom Dream Chaser shirt. This is just a what you might call it, I can't think right now, a generic shirt, but like Kandi is wearing right now, I actually personalized them myself in here in my studio.
Very
so
cool.
That's kind of like a hobby I picked up during COVID. I have a die cutting machine. Some people call it a Cricut. And
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So I'm actually making them myself. So if you're interested, we can do that.
There you go.
Very cool.
That's amazing. So now, last Rockin' Pod, Christopher brought you. Are you going to bring Christopher?
I'll ask him. I don't know what his schedule is. Is he not invited? I haven't heard.
I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him on the list, but
okay, he should.
I think he should too. We'll make it a double interview.
That's good. That'd be awesome.
Last time it would have been a double interview, but I also heard you're performing on the Friday night at the Rare Hairs. So what can people expect with that? At the pre-party?
Well, that's going to be amazing. I mean, Rare Hair, the jam that Tyson Leslie puts together is always just amazing because he's so well connected, and he gets everybody under the sun to come here and to play and
for everybody that's not sure, Tyson Leslie is the guitar player from Vixen, correct?
He's actually the keyboard player.
Keyboard player
for Vixen, and I think he does music director too for them.
Okay.
But then he also jams with so many people. I don't even want to start thinking about names because he's played with everybody, and that's how he got everybody to come too. And what I'm personally very excited about is that he has scheduled. He does also the schedule, who plays with who. And he actually put me up for 2 songs to play with the singer of my all-time favorite band, Mr. Big, Eric Martin.
Yes.
I'm gonna play a couple of songs with Eric Martin, which I'm really, really excited. So I'm actually practicing.
Oh, sweet. Yes, I'm so cool. That's so cool.
Can we reveal those song names, or is that to be announced?
I don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
That's cool. No worries.
I don't want to overstep my boundaries.
I can only hope it's To Be With You. That's my favorite Mr. Big song.
Mine too. I love that.
Of course, you're girls. Of course, you love that. That's usually what happens. The ladies come to the concerts for the one ballad that they know, and then they're completely flabbergasted when the band kicks into high gear.
Yeah.
That's like the most. That's actually the most atypical Mr. Big song.
Yeah,
but it's a ballad, so it became a big hit, which I'm very happy for them because I'm sure it paid them a lot of bills.
Yeah.
I mean, so when we get down to it, I mean, yes, you are, who you are. You're Martin Motnik. You play bass for Accept. You're an entrepreneur. But at the end of the day, we're all fans. So, I mean, there's going to be a shit ton of people roaming around at Rock and Pod. Who are you most excited to see besides Eric Martin?
Oh God,
we're all fans, Martin.
Right. As actually, I was listening. I was going through the list earlier today, and you know how it is. It's like when you have to pick a name, all of a sudden you blank.
Yeah.
I'm actually not sure if I'm going to see so many people because I'm actually really booked with interviews. So
I know, but like if you see somebody roaming around and be like, "Oh my God, that's so and so."
It's we're colleagues, so it's maybe a little bit different when you're in the industry and actually playing full time. I respect them all, and I love to talk to them. It's rare that I get like starstruck, but it's of course I'm basically just I'm basically just trying to talk over the fact that I cannot think of a name right now, so I'm just trying to take myself out of that hole.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool.
I could pull up my here's what I can do. I can go here on Facebook and then look at Chris Sinsak's profile, and then look at the names that he lists. So that's what we do. We just cheat.
You cheat. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing you. Obviously, I see you as a very dear friend of mine, so I'm really excited to see you.
Likewise, it was good to see you in Toronto last October. It was so awesome that you came out.
That was so much fun. And dude, you
saw
got
our
me.
very special show.
I remember messaging you.
Cool.
I'm like, okay, I'll be at the hotel in 20 minutes, not knowing that you guys were staying at the same damn hotel.
Oh,
So
that was funny.
That was a surprise.
Oh,
that
cool.
was very funny. Yeah. So it was good. So we got to talk, and then
and then me having to hide my the fact that I was a bit starstruck seeing Wolf Hoffman. That was cool. But yeah, so
that's good. You got to see him and get your photo taken.
Yeah, well, no, I only had my photo taken afterwards. I didn't want to bug him or nothing, but no, that was really cool to shake his hand and be like, yeah, you're Wolf Hoffman. That's cool. But as far as the expo,
and he went, I know.
And he went, I know.
That's funny.
But no, we're really looking forward to seeing you. We have a bit of a joke happening. Rick Rule from Every Mother Nightmare is supposed to be interviewed.
Oh yeah,
and it's a bit of an inside joke. But Rick Rule wants to bite my neck or something. I don't know.
Yeah, during our interview with him, he says, "I just want to bite her neck," and it just out of the blue, it's what he said. And it's like, oh, and she says, oh, really?
I said, oh, really? You bite my neck, shit's going to go down.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, it's Mistress business. Anything can happen. But we're looking forward to seeing...
Is he a vampire?
I don't think so.
Gotta be careful.
And the really big one that I'm looking forward to seeing, we have Eddie Fingers Ojeda scheduled for an interview. So, I mean, that's really, really exciting.
Super sweet.
It's and my mom can attest to this, but Twisted Sister has a special place in my heart because without going into detail, when I was 16, 17, I was in and out of hospitals. So that's all I knew in my teenage years. Yeah. And it was Twisted Sister that I was listening to while I was going through all that. So that'll be really cool. Nice. Yeah, who are you looking forward to seeing now that you've seen the list?
I have not actually looked because Anthony Quarter is really great because I met him at the from Tora, the singer. I met him. I had just moved into Nashville, and I was trying to make contacts like basically every opportunity. And there is a school of audio engineering. It's what it's called, SAE, where people can go and learn how to be producers, sound engineers. And he's a teacher there. Okay. And it was really interesting that I went there. They had like an open house, and I just started talking to all kinds of people. And then I had my friend with me, who's he's grown up more. So Tora was not as big in Germany as they were in the United States, and so I was at that time not as familiar. And but I spoke to Anthony, and we were just kind of like chatting about the school and what he does and the classes that he gives and stuff. And then my buddy Tim from Out of Blue goes, are you the singer of Tora? And he looks like, well, yeah, in fact I am. And then he was like, I saw you. And then I don't remember what he said, like what date and what concert, but I saw you there and there. And And so that was really cool. And we started talking about that, and then I got more into the band, and I was like, oh man, yeah, that's really cool. So it's really funny in Nashville because you never know who you're gonna run into, and like everybody's played with so many big bands and names. So I think that's kind of like what's so interesting, because sometimes it's the people who are not like on the forefront. Like I became really good friends on the last Ray Hair. I became really good friends with David Keith, drummer for Richie Blackmore's Rainbow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And
cool, yeah.
and so he's moved to Nashville, and then we played this one song together. We knew of each other, but we didn't know each other.
Gotcha.
And then we played a couple of songs. We played a Deep Purple song, of course. And
cool.
and then we just exchanged numbers and we had a good time. And then last week he sends me a text, hey, what are you doing tomorrow night? I'm like, sitting around. And he was like, want to go out for a beer? I'm like, let's do it. And then so we hung out and had a blast.
That's really cool.
And so it's really awesome to make friends that way, and it's like, yeah, the people that you like. And then he showed me some concert footage from like shows in Germany, and Rainbow and Blackmore and the Blackmore's Night and Deep Purple. They're huge in Germany. I mean, it was my first concert I ever saw was Deep Purple, 1985.
Right, you were saying, yeah.
And so the fact that I can now just hang with the drummer of one of my earliest musical influences is just amazing. And I think that's more about it than like, oh, can I have your autograph or something? It's more like making connections and new friends.
And that's how I am too. I mean, it wasn't very long ago that I would be easily starstruck, but I'm the same way too. I mean, there's so many people that I have in my Facebook list, my contact list, and it's like, oh, that's really cool. I idolize these people, and now I get to actually speak to them, so that's pretty cool.
Right, because you make a lot of contacts, and you meet a lot of people, make you interview them. So and I told you that before. I'm very appreciative of what you guys do, because podcasts are the new radio, and this is what gets music out and gets new music out, and that's why I'm so appreciative of what you guys do.
Oh, thank you.
And so it's absolutely.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
And,
no, we really appreciate that.
Thing.
We really appreciate you saying that. Like I always say, we take great pride in what we do.
Absolutely.
We love it so much. Like this is our life. This is our pride. We absolutely love it. And to hear feedback like that from people like yourself is really, really cool. It's really gratifying. So thank you very much. Attitude of gratitude.
Yeah, I like that. Yes, I love it.
Yeah. So no, we're really excited. A lot coming up. Are you gonna go to this? So there's a screening on the Sunday, I believe. Kiss Exposed. Craig Gass, Don Jameson, and Courtney Cronin-Dold are going to be doing commentary on that, which is going to be super hilarious.
That must be hilarious. Yeah, Craig Gass. Like last time, that comedy show you were talking about.
Yeah.
We didn't get to talk. Yeah, it was. I cracked up.
Yeah, I mean, Phil knocked it out of the park. I think they all did a good job.
Yeah.
But Phil was the one that surprised me the most. It was really cool. But yeah, so this year they're doing a comedy show again. Eric Martin he's doing comedy. He's going to be doing comedy.
Oh, I have to see that. So
here's an idea, and we'll talk about it off the air a little bit more. But hey, we're going to go to that too. So why don't we all meet up for a drink when the show is happening?
Who did you say, Eric Martin?
Why not?
Eric Martin's going to be doing comedy.
Yes, I can't wait. I got to see that. I've got to.
I can imagine that.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so and then you weren't at the screening last year because they did commentary for Kiss Meets the Phantom last year.
That's what it was, right?
Which was really funny. The mic drop moment. I don't know if you heard about this or not, but you have you seen that movie?
I have not.
You have not? Okay. Well, there's a scene in the movie where the guy pulls out a red box, like a felt box or something, and he opens it up, and it's the talisman, right? It's the symbols, the talisman.
Mm-hmm.
And Courtney, mic drop moment, she goes, "That must be a Vinnie Vincent box set." drop.
That is funny.
The whole place was roaring. It was hilarious.
That is really funny.
That's really funny. But yeah, so so what else are you looking forward to? I mean, Rock and Pod, there's a lot going on. We talked about Rare Hair, we talked about the comedy show, the interviews.
Yep.
What else are you looking forward to?
Seeing you.
That's
of course.
perfect. I love it.
I mean, I'm thinking I'm just excited that stuff like that can happen again.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm really I was pretty bummed out. I tried to use the time productively, but there were a few things where I was looking forward to, and then like we all did during COVID, and then it just got the plug just got pulled for everybody, and then just sitting at home, and I just like I think I'm looking forward to the random interactions, the things that you cannot plan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm not a guy who kind of like looks forward to something and expects something in a certain way to happen, because then it usually happens in a different way anyway. Yeah. Or
it doesn't turn out the way you think it's going to, and then you feel like, oh, it wasn't supposed to happen like that, and like, oh, so you don't want to have that build up of, oh yeah, and then nothing. Yeah.
Right. It's like I was almost afraid to even kind of like announce the fact that I will play with Eric Martin, because I'm really looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
But
you
then
should something to be proud of.
Right.
Well, yeah, but then it might end up not happening, and then you're kind of like bummed out.
Yeah.
Instead of kind of like
I understand.
So rather than like looking backwards after it happens, hey, did that was cool.
That's like,
woo!
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was a similar situation in during the NAMM show, like the big music convention in Los Angeles, and Christopher and I were both invited to play at the some sort of an all-star jam, and like my big hero Billy Sheehan played, Mike Portnoy played,
Mike Portnoy? Mike Portnoy from Dream Theater?
Yeah, he played a Rush song.
Oh, cool.
And so it's like just to be like a part of that group, and I was like listed on the same poster and stuff. I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. And then so this thing went on, and then I was getting ready to go on stage with Christopher, and it was like 11 o'clock, and I had my bass on, it was tuned, I was ready to go on stage, and all of a sudden somebody comes in and says, well, the fire marshal says the show ends at 11 p.m. So this is the last song.
Ah, man.
And I was like, you're kidding me, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, nope. He says if there's one more note after this, he's just going to flick the breaker.
Oh.
And I'm like, okay. And so I did the same thing before. It's like I was advertising it on Facebook. I had like friends come out, and we were all kind of like excited. I was excited.
Yeah.
And then it just didn't happen. And that kind of like, it might sound a little bit, how should I say, not fatalistic, but kind of like just don't look forward to anything. Just go there, don't expect anything, just take everything for how it happens, be present in the moment, and then afterwards you can look back and you can say, well, that was cool. But you don't set yourself up for disappointment. And so
I like that.
I got you.
And that's a fine line of saying that, oh, just don't look forward to anything, because that's awesome, not like that. But you know what I mean.
Definitely.
You make a big hype, because there's so many things that are not in your control. And if that happens, then you're like,
Yeah, for sure. Martin, I'm just going to go to the board here real quick. My mom's chiming in. She wants to know if you're coming back to Toronto.
Well, that's the plan.
Sweet.
I cannot tell you when, but it will definitely happen.
Awesome. There you go. She also has another question. She said she saw Yngwie Malmsteen on Saturday. She wants to know what your thoughts are on him.
Fantastic guitar player, total trailblazer. amazing inspiration.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was a big show, and he played the same place that you were at, the Rock Pile.
Oh, cool! Yeah, that was awesome. I like that.
Yeah. So
awesome. Is
all
the
right,
Rock
so we
Pile
know-
place? Is that a pretty big place, or is it a smaller unit?
I think it hold about, what would you say, about 400, 500 people, Martin?
The Rock Pile, right?
Yeah.
That was the one I played with Uli, like
Yeah.
2012, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That seems about right. It's been a while, but
Something like that. Well, get this. We just had a benefit there in January from my friend Walter, who's no longer with us, rest his soul. But they managed to fit about 600 people in there that night.
Nice.
Yeah, it was
that's
absolutely
super
packed.
Cool. Yeah.
Walter, we miss you, Walter.
Very nice.
All right, so we're kind of pressed for time. I know you got stuff to do tonight, so we'll go on here for another few minutes. Anything final from you? Like, what else did you want to share with us? Anything Rock and Pod related, Martin related, Accept related? What do you got for us?
Well, Rock and Pod related, I think we covered it all. So looking forward to seeing you guys, a bunch of people. I'm really looking forward to a weekend full of fun, great conversations.
There she goes. Mine's already packed, or else I'd have it out. Yeah.
Well, my other one,
suitcase.
my good one is packed. This is the shitty one.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure I want to know what's happening.
What's the show title? Mistress Business.
Okay, I understand.
It's all for show, Martin. I promise you, it's all for show.
Okay,
it's all it is. Yeah.
Just
I got the paddle. I'm getting ready to pack a paddle.
That damn paddle, Jesus Christ!
Anyway, I designed it. It says Mistress Business. You'll love it. It's got sparkles all over it, and it's hot pink.
I like sparkles. That's good.
Oh, good.
Martin related. Well, I'm here in my studio most of the time now, so I'm back at recording stuff. There you go.
Nice. Look at that. Now I have to have one that says Lisa. Yes. Woo!
You get one. And Accept, we're definitely gonna start working on a new album.
Awesome.
So that's the plan.
Yeah, so we want to save the details for Rock and Pod, because we will be asking you about that for sure.
Yes.
Okay.
That's exciting.
What's your favorite song of Accept that you like to play?
Wow, that's a tough question. If it were a band I didn't like, I would say Balls to the Wall, because it's the last show of the night. I'm kidding.
That's my
it's a
favorite.
Lot of fun.
Yes.
Of course.
I don't know why, but it's my favorite.
I think you know what? I'll give you a hint.
Okay. Fast as a shark. Yes.
There you go.
You were holding your chihuahua, so I can hold that.
There you go.
I mean, I have a Demogorgon in the other room, but he's sleeping right now. Dusty Buns is sleeping right now.
Dusty Buns. Yes. I missed that show. I want to watch it again.
Awesome. All right, so we know you're pressed for time. We'll let you go here in just a couple minutes.
Oh, wait a minute. We got to do the question of the day.
Oh, no. I think we already asked him that, and I think he was against me on that one. Martin, Coke or Pepsi?
Wow, tough question. Depends on the mood of the day. Right now, I would go for Coke.
Lisa sent me a care package a couple weeks ago, and in it had a Coke bottle keychain, and it had Coke Tic Tacs, Coca-Cola Tic Tacs.
With like 3 different shapes of Coca-Cola of the bottles and whatnots. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cute. Have you ever been to Atlanta?
No.
Just on a layover. Just on a layover.
Okay.
Hour, yeah.
Because there's like a whole museum and stuff. So I haven't been at either, but it's like,
damn.
That sounds like their gift shop must be you would go out of there with like 3 bags full of stuff.
That is super cool. I'd love to go there one day. Sure.
Awesome.
All right. So we know you're pressed for time. We'll let you go here. Martin, thank you so much for hanging out with us. I know this wasn't like a full-on interview. It was more of a hang. It's more of a socialization thing here.
Absolutely.
But we're really, really excited to see you in Nashville in a few days. Lisa, anything final from you?
Just what advice would you give to someone that's just starting out in the rock and roll business, music world?
Do it because you want to do it.
I love that. Perfect.
Absolutely. All right, so we're gonna go offline here. Martin, stay on for just one moment if you don't mind, but we won't keep you too long, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, Lisa, put a bow on it, and until next time, guys, we will see you at Rockin' Pod. We're so excited.
Woo! Can't wait. I'm gonna be there super early in the morning at 6 o'clock. That's the only flight I could get. Anyway, here I'm tying the bow.
We got the glasses. Hey, Mom, if you're still on, can we do a quick picture?
There you go.
There we go. Hell yeah. Awesome.
Woo!
All right, Lisa, go ahead and put a bow on it, my dear.
Okay. Thank you all for coming to Front Row Promotions. Thank you for promoting music everywhere, and music in the making. Front Row Promotions. And I got to get over here to my music. That ain't the one. Okay. And bye now. Bye, everybody. Here we go.
You see, they're
right
the outfits that we were talking about. Remember the
I hit the end button. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, we're still live. What the heck?
I don't know.
Lisa.
I'm hitting it.